If you'd like to know what are the most common double leg mistakes, stay tuned and watch this short video. Hi, my name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, and today I'll show you the most common mistakes when doing a double leg takedown. Double leg takedown is probably the most utilized and high percentage takedown in MMA. And it is not only used in that sport, but also in many others like freestyle wrestling, BJJ, grappling, sambo, sansho, etc. It is imperative for an MMA athlete to know it well, but unfortunately I have seen many fighters that make a lot of mistakes when executing it. Here are the most common ones. 1. Bad posture. Having a proper posture is imperative for a double leg to work. You want a good athletic stance with a straight back and slightly leaning forward, like the start of a deadlift. If you are too upright, then you will not be able to produce a lot of power upon contact. If you are too bent over, it is easier to sprawl on you. The correct stance will offer maximum forward potential and power generation. The head should be up and pressuring sideways when cutting the corner, not down. When the head is down, it is easier to push it down, sprawl, and get a guillotine. And of course you want to avoid all of these. When shooting in for the double, some fighters tend to look away from their opponent in fear of getting punched or kneed to the face. This is wrong, and you should always look straight ahead, since the position of the head determines the direction of the throw, and it is preferable to look where you're shooting. 2. Shooting in from too far. The days when you could shoot in from 3 meters away, like Royce Gracie did in the first UFCs, are long gone, and in modern MMA you need to get closer to be able to execute an effective double leg. It is still possible to get a takedown from far away, but the probability of it working is very low. I recommend going in for the double when your opponent is at arm's length. Fighters usually want to shoot in from far away if they are afraid of their opponent striking and would like to avoid it at all costs. But it rarely works, so you must strike at least a little bit to be able to get close enough to shoot. Another good way to get close is to slip or duck the punches and then shoot in. When the opponent punches, he has already cleared the distance, and sometimes the penetration step isn't even necessary. Then the takedown will have the greater chance of working than if you strike your way in. 3. Planting the lead knee. Many people make this mistake, and I've done it for a long time until I learned better. The problem with planting the lead knee is that the force is going downwards instead of straight through the opponent, thus making it harder to finish the takedown and easier for the opponent to sprawl. What you want is to make a sliding motion when penetrating, just like a child descending on a slide. 4. Searching for the legs with arms. It is quite common for the practitioners to search for the opponent's legs with their arms instead of concentrating on chest and shoulder penetration. The arms are there to trap the legs and are weak if you're too far. You want to go in deep and spike your opponent with your shoulder. Then the arms will be much stronger because you have gone all the way towards your opponent. My double leg only started working when I injured my right elbow and shoulder. I was unable to use my right arm and trained with one hand in my belt. So in order to succeed in double legging someone with just one hand, my penetration had to be perfect, and this is how I learned to do it properly. 5. Not committing to the takedown. It can be intimidating to go for the double leg in MMA. You might be worried if your opponent will uppercut you or knee you on your way in. He might have a good sprawl, so you second guess if you should even go for it. It can be difficult to time it right when the punches are in the mix, so all of this makes it difficult to commit to the takedown. Back when I used to train judo, my coaches would tell me that we must commit to the throw with full conviction. If we do, we might get it, but if we don't, we will surely fail. Like with all things in life, there are no guarantees, but that shouldn't stop us from giving our best. There are many times when I got stopped or even countered in judo, even when I fully committed to the throw, but that is the only way to learn. Whenever I half-assed it, I got thrown every time. So, fully commit to your double leg when you decide to go for it. You should practice with partners who will not intentionally hurt you, which helps tremendously when learning and practicing, but that is another subject. 6. Not running through your opponent. This mostly applies to high doubles. In a low double leg, the most common finish is cutting the corner, but in the high double legs, you want to run through your opponent and not stop upon shoulder contact. So just because you achieved contact with your shoulder on opponent's stomach, it doesn't mean he will fall down automatically. You must continue to drive to be able to finish the takedown. So these were the 6 most common double leg mistakes. I hope you've enjoyed the video and that you will add these points to your training. If you liked this video, please like it and share it on Facebook, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on this big red box here. My name is Mark Leichner from MMAcoach.net, and I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you on another video again very soon.